Welcome to Fair Deal New York. We are fighting to protect New York households and small businesses. Currently, New York state law only protects consumers from deceptive practices. Small businesses are not protected. In most other states, it's illegal for big companies to engage in unfair, deceptive, and abusive conduct against consumers. For this reason, the National Consumer Law Center describes New York's outdated consumer protection law as weak and toothless. New Yorkers deserve the same strong consumer protections as the rest of the country. The Consumer and Small Business Protection Act would ban unfair and abusive business acts and practices, protect small businesses and tenants, and promote access to justice. COVID-19 has proven how important it is to outlaw unfair business practices in New York State. Companies have engaged in many unfair practices that should be fully illegal under New York law, including promoting fake cures and fraudulent health products, overcharging for essential medical supplies, promoting COVID robocalls and charity scams, and engaging in abusive lending and debt collection practices. Even before COVID, New York has been an anything-goes state for predatory businesses, with no real protections for households and small businesses. For example, nursing homes can shake down relatives to pay patients' bills. Debt collectors can manipulate seniors into giving up their limited protected income. Landlords often have a free hand to abuse and harass tenants. Credit repair companies can rip off New Yorkers who are trying to improve their credit score. And office equipment companies and landlords can engage in unfair and predatory practices toward small business owners. What difference would the Consumer and Small Business Protection Act make? Let's hear from some real New Yorkers who would have been protected from predatory companies if CSPA was already the law.
I definitely bought my apartment through a reputable company. I got my mortgage through a reputable company, excuse me. And I believe that after a few years, they sold it. And when they did that, I got with a company that I felt was a predatory lender. But at some point, I did go through a period in my life where I fell behind because of a personal reason. And with that, when I tried to get back into good standing with them, they came to me with some ridiculous amount of about $20,000 that I needed to pay to reinstate my mortgage. And at the time, my mortgage was about $250 a month, and I think I was maybe 5 months behind. So I couldn't understand where that number came from. It wasn't even a bill. It was actually a letter stating that they were going to sell my apartment in some round circle. I don't even know what it was, but they were in the process of selling my apartment like one Saturday morning. And that's when I freaked out because I had no clue what it was. I didn't even know that they could do something like that without telling me first. But
Okay, my name is Segundo Woman. I had an issue with the bank that financed my car. That was State Farm. Well, because of the pandemic, I stopped paying it, and then it was I feel like since February, March, I give them a call in May, and they told me that I was supposed to make a payment on July 7th. They told me to make a payment July 7th. They told me exactly the amount that I had to pay was about $4,000. And once I make the payment, it's supposed to be a balance. It should be about like $600, something like that. And after I make the payment, they told me to call back so they can give me extended time to pay the rest of the money. That's what I did. When I called them, I got surprised. They told me that my account was charged off. That's what the word they used. That if I don't pay the $15,000, 15,800, at that time they would repossess the car. I spoke to many supervisors from State Farm, and they said the last time when I spoke to them, they told me, "Oh, we're gonna listen to the recorded." And then when they listen to everything, they say, "Oh, it was a misunderstanding." I say, okay, you accepting that it's misunderstood, so just put it back. I keep paying my monthly payment. They were like, no, they won't be able to do because he charged off already. It was couple like 7 months already thinking about that. Am I gonna lose the car and be scared of parking my car and then when I come back not to see my car there. You know, it's you feel trapped when you can't do anything. You're fighting with big companies, and when you don't have nobody like on your side like you guys, I think they will do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How were you harmed by it?
Well, I had some debt, some credit card debt, some house repair stuff, and I got in over my head, and I was having trouble paying it back because I was paying nothing but interest. So somebody mailed me something. I called them. It looked like they were going to help me get out of debt using new laws that allowed you to start over. And it turned out 14 months later, and on like $3,000, they had not closed one account. They burned me. Well, I kept trying to tell them, this doesn't seem to be working, and they said, "Oh, you have to be patient." And one time I mentioned getting out of it, they started yelling at me.
And were you paying for the service?
Yes, it cost me about $3,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money to me. It was feeling dumb that I got scammed, and their wording, everyone was pointing out that even getting the money back, the way they worded it, they make it look like they're not a debt relief company or something, so that's hard to nail them, it's hard to get them.
Yeah, Mr. Levier was current on his credit cards at the time he signed up, and they encouraged him to stop paying on his bills and pay them instead. And all of that money went into their pockets, not a cent went towards the credit card companies. I don't know if they would have actually even marketed this product in New York if this law was on the books. Yeah.
To stay informed about the Fair Deal New York campaign, please visit our website at www.fairdealny.org and sign up on our Action Network page to get regular news and updates about the campaign.